everyone, welcome back to my channel. In these days, I receive many questions in the comment. Thank you for your comment. So today I pick up one question and I will answer about it. So today's topics is here. I have a question about where can I use it. For example, I know that I can use to travel beyond a couple of cities, but what if I need just go from my hotel to next neighborhood? Like move from Shibuya to Akihabara. I only see that we can't use the metro. So I will need another card or another pass. Or can I use the JR pass to move inside the same city too? Thank you for your comment. Today I will talk about 3 things. 1. How to search the route to your destination. 2. How to choose your correct pass or ticket. 3. How to ride the train or buses. Let's check out. First, I will talk about how to search the route to your destination. In conclusion, my recommendation is to use the Google Map. You can check the rail map like this, but in Tokyo, especially center of Tokyo, there are many kinds of subways and JR lines. Maybe it's a little bit difficult to find nice route for you. But if you use the Google Map, it's easier than find yourself on the paper map. In my case, I will pick up less transit route because I don't like transit one subway to another subway because, for example, OED line, this is a subway's name. OED line is the latest subway in Tokyo. OED line's station is very deep underground station. So a little bit harder to transit from the overground to deep underground. But it's depend on you. You can choose some options. You should choose the best way for you. And let me introduce one more apps or web service for your transit navigation. This name is Japan Travel by Navitime. Navitime is the name of a major navigation system in Japan. Navitime's service is all in Japanese, but Navitime's service in English is Japan Travel Service. You can check this service on website or your smartphone by apps. You can check some information by this service. For example, map, transit, and the local guide. Japan Travel by Navitime is very useful for you. I put the link this service in description. Second, I will talk about how to choose passes or ticket good for you. Maybe you wonder how to choose correct passes or ticket, especially what is the most valuable ticket for you. Today, I will advise for you. First, please check the plan of your Japan travel. Case 1, for example, you landing at Tokyo and go to Osaka and after Fukuoka and next go to Hokkaido. Kind of this with long distance travel, you should get the JR pass because JR rail line is good for the long distance travel. Case 2, you enjoy only one city, especially in Tokyo. For example, you want to visit the Akihabara for anime store, and after you go to Tokyo Tower and enjoying the Asakusa Sensoji. In this case, you should get IC pass. IC pass is not a free pass, but if you use the IC pass, very useful when you ride the subway. So in this case, I think you don't need to get the JR pass. Case 3. You arrived at Haneda Airport after you go to Osaka and enjoying Osaka and Kyoto and Nara. In this case, you should get JR Pass and some kind of IC card like SUICA or ICOCA. So because in Osaka or Kyoto or Nara, major sightseeing place is near to the JR line. Maybe you often the JR line, so you should get the JR Pass. Adding this, the price of JR Pass is very reasonable compared to the real price of Shinkansen. If you use the Shinkansen from Tokyo to Osaka, almost the same as a JR Pass. Of course, it depends on the length of the term, but if you go to the Osaka or Kyoto, that's the kind of Kansai area, you should get the JR Pass. And for your convenience, get some kind of IC Pass. Now, please let me explain the kinds of IC Pass. In Japan, there are 10 kinds of IC Pass. SUICA, PASMO, KITACA, TOICA, MANACA, PITAPA, ICOCA, NIMOCA, SUGOCA, Hayakaken. The difference of these IC passes is published company. For example, SUICA is published by JR East. Kitaka is published by Hokkaido JR Company. These cards are usable in all of their areas. So you can choose any kinds of IC passes. It's no difference. Of course, you can ride trains by paper ticket, but if you use the IC passes, very useful for you. And you can ride trains less times. Especially your travel time in Japan is limited. I recommend you get some kinds of IC passes. Let me talk a little more about JR Pass. If you have JR Pass, you can use it in all of Japan. But if your plan is only near Tokyo, you also have option JR Tokyo Wide Pass. It can use in the Tokyo and around area. For example, Kawaguchiko, it's near from Mount Fuji, Nikko, Kusatsu, Karuizawa, and Izu. If you use JR Tokyo Wide Pass, you can freely use the train, and price is more reasonable than JR Pass. If your plan is in Kansai area, you also choose Kansai through Pass. It looks like JR Tokyo Wide Pass, very similar. If your plan is only in Kansai area, like Osaka, Kyoto, or so, you can also choose that pass. Let's check your plan and choose the good passes for you. Third, I will talk about how to ride trains and buses. When you ride trains, you can 3 options. 1. Use the JR Pass. 2nd, use the paper ticket. 3. Use the IC passes. Okay, let's talk in order. First, JR Pass. If you use the JR line, you can use the JR Pass. You can use JR Pass not only long distance transportation like Shinkansen, you can use it with short distance local trains. How to use the JR Pass in the local train is the same as Shinkansen. Please check out how to use it. If you want to know more detail, please check the former my video. Second, you use with paper ticket. Okay, let's check out how to get the paper ticket and how to use it.
So first, you have to check the maps.
And check the price of the ticket. You can get paper ticket by auto vending machine.
Guidance will be displayed in English.
At the auto vending machine, you push the price of the ticket and insert the cash or touch the IC pass. And you can get the paper ticket. If you use IC pass, you have to charge. When you use the paper ticket at the ticket gate, use automatic gate. There are two kinds of automatic gate. One is for only IC passes. Another one is IC pass and paper ticket. Use the IC and paper ticket one. Put it in the slit and pick up from the opposite side. When you get off from the train, put your ticket into the slit again and nothing pop up and go throughout from the gate. Third, in case of using IC passes. First, how to get the IC passes. You can get IC passes from auto ticket vending machine.
Ticket means a paper ticket. Here, SUICA is the name of JR IC ticket. If you get a new sticker, touch here, blank SUICA. Choose charging price.
IC card put out and pick up it.
This is a SUICA IC card.
When you ride trains, all you have to do is going to the automatic machine gate and touch the IC pass. Go through the gate, nothing pop up opposite side. Get off from trains, all you have to do is the same. Touch the IC card and go through the gate. That's it. Very easy. So I recommend you to get some kinds of IC passes in Japan. When you get IC passes, you need 500 Japanese yen for deposit. When you return this IC pass, you can get back 500 Japanese yen. You can return these IC passes at JR attendant counter. You cannot return this IC card by auto vending machine. Take care. Next, I will show you how to ride the buses. When you ride the buses, it's very similar to the train. Especially if you have the IC passes, you have to do is the same. The difficult point of using bus is you cannot guess the arriving time correctly. Bus is often delayed and you have to wait long time at the bus stops. And you cannot get information about where is your bus. So to tell the truth, there are some services to catch up the position of the buses, but all services are in Japanese. Maybe if you don't understand Japanese, maybe it's difficult. But bus line is different line from subways and JR. It's very useful in some cases. if you can use buses, it's very convenient for you. Let's try to ride buses when you come to Japan. Today, I talked about how to search the route and how to get the pass or ticket and how to ride trains and buses. As I said, JR and the subway lines are very complex and maybe it's difficult to ride. Please use the useful items like Google Maps or IC passes. Let's enjoy your stay and get the nice memories in Japan. If you get the nice memory in Japan, please tell me in the comment. If you have any questions about travel in Japan, please let me know in comment and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching. See you next in new video. Bye.